We're following a developing story out of Iraq where at least 10 rockets hit a military base overnight, where nearly 2,000 U.S.-led coalition troops are stationed. A defense official tells CBS News no U.S. or coalition troops were wounded, but a civilian contractor died of a heart attack. Today's rocket attack follows Friday's U.S. airstrike on militias in Syria backed by Iran. CBS 4's Skyler Henry has the latest from Washington.
Video on social media shows the wreckage of what Iraqi forces believe was the launch pad to carry out Wednesday's rocket attack on a military base used by American forces in Iraq. The attack on Al-Assad Air Base is the first since the U.S. struck Iran-backed militia targets in Syria last week.
The strike was authorized in response to recent attacks against American and coalition personnel in Iraq and to ongoing threats to those personnel.
Wednesday's attack targeted the same base that Iran struck in January of last year, injuring dozens of U.S. servicemen in what was the largest ever ballistic missile attack against Americans. That attack was in retaliation for the U.S.-directed drone strike that killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. The Pentagon says the base's missile defensive systems engaged during the attack, and there are no reports of any injuries to U.S. service members. However, one American civilian contractor died of a heart attack. Wednesday's rocket strike comes 2 days ahead of Pope Francis's trip to Iraq, where he's expected to not only meet with Christians who were persecuted during the Islamic State insurgency, but also try to boost ties with the Shiite Muslim world. Skyler Henry, CBS News, the White House.
And Iraq security forces are leading the investigation into today's rocket strike. So far, no one has claimed responsibility.